Happy Saturday, friends! Americans are now spending nearly $1,000 more on bills per month than they were 2 years ago. But lawmakers in select states and cities are calling for relief for seniors and low-income households. Some states have already expanded benefits for this year. My dear friends, please do me a big favor and watch until the end of this video to learn more about this. Also, I will be announcing the winners of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway, so please stay tuned. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, the greater your chances, friends, of winning the giveaways.
I can't even describe how important energy is to our economy, our way of life, for our culture. All of our forms of energy have made us competitive and strong around the world. It helped us win World War II. It has helped us to become the most competitive and strongest economy ever until we see the damage being done currently by the Biden administration, stopping pipelines, stopping traditional forms of energy driven by oil and gas. Yes, there's always going to be a place for oil and gas. And what we look at energy projections around the world, it's only going to go up in all the other countries except for the ones that are hamstringing themselves with this Paris Accord business. So energy, a cornerstone of a strong economy and our way of life and our culture. Oil and gas is part of that. Nuclear energy is something that needs to be continued to cultivate that, and the new technologies coming with that. It doesn't have to be a scary thing, oh, the nuclear waste, or it's going to have a meltdown. No, nonsense. These are things that can be continued to be improved on if we have the will to do it. Congress needs to move in helping to fund the type of research, and also the permitting process needs to be streamlined so that these projects can move forward. As we know, with windmills and with solar panels, they don't work all the time. You have to wait for the wind to blow, or the sun to come up, or the clouds to go away in order to have those forms of energy. With nuclear power, with hydroelectric, like right now they're trying to tear down dams because of dubious environmental regulations and thoughts in my district. Natural gas, these are cornerstones that you can rely on 24/7 as base load power. So what we're seeing here with this forced conversion to electric vehicles, electric stoves, taking away your gas stove. Look how mad people are going to be at home when they have to cook in a way that doesn't fit how they like or what they're used to or what's efficient. And the latest crazy thing, banning gas generators, is something the Biden administration, it seems like they're just copying the craziest of my home state of California. Now, what's a generator for? It's for making electricity, generating electricity. How do you generate electricity? Well, you don't use other electricity to generate electricity. It has to come from a different source, whether it's going to be hydropower, again, what I listed, or a personal generator. It's going to be either gas or diesel or maybe hooked up to your propane tank. It's absurd what's going on. We need to continue to have an energy policy that helps Americans, helps us thrive, and House Republicans are going to keep fighting for that because it makes sense and it makes us stronger. So I appreciate the time to help remind people this is where things really come from, where our economy comes from, our freedom, and our basic lifestyle. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. There's so much wisdom.
A special tax rebate payment will not fill the pockets of Alabama residents until later this year. Alabama state lawmakers in May passed a rebate plan that calls for $150 rebates for individuals and $300 for married couples. About 1.9 million people in the state of Alabama are expected to qualify for the one-time payments. The Alabama Department of Revenue will start issuing these checks on November 30th, 2023. For those who use direct deposit, the rebates will arrive automatically. Other rebates will be issued via check and mailed. In order to qualify, you must have filed a state income tax return for 2021 on or before October 17, 2022. Individuals who don't file a return or who are considered as a dependent for another taxpayer in 2021 will not be eligible. The rebates will cost the state of Alabama about $393 million. that comes from a $2.8 billion surplus in the Education Trust Fund. The payments are exempt from state taxes. Governor Kay Ivey said in a news release, "Thanks to the work of the Alabama legislature, we continue making these wise investments while paying down debts, adding to our savings and returning the working people of Alabama's money back to them through tax rebate." So after a year of creating the state's new property tax relief program, Governor Phil Murphy and legislative leaders appear to be on the verge of increasing the benefits for senior homeowners and renters. Ongoing budget talks between Governor Phil Murphy and fellow Democrats who control the legislature have led to a tentative framework agreement that calls for boosting property tax relief benefits for seniors by $250 in the coming year. The agreement on increasing state-funded property tax relief for homeowners and renters ages 65 and above, while it is not yet finalized, comes in the final stretch of negotiations which are taking place. It also comes just months before all 120 seats in the state legislature, which is currently controlled by Democrats, will be on the ballot in November. Pennsylvania's property tax and rent rebate program is also expanding. Under a bill Governor Josh Shapiro signed on Friday, the maximum rent rebate will rise from $650 up to $1,000. Also, the income cap for renters and homeowners, in order to be eligible, is now $45,000. Governor Shapiro said that an additional 175,000 residents of Pennsylvania, many of whom are seniors, will now qualify for the program. U.S. inflation has had a snowballing effect on American families' budgets. According to Moody's Analytics, the typical American household spends $709 more in July than they did 2 years ago to buy the same goods and services. That figure underscores the cumulative impact that high inflation has had on consumer finances, even as price growth has cooled considerably in recent months. Mark Zandi, chief economist at Moody's Analytics, told reporters this week, high inflation of the past 2 years has done lots of economic damage. He also added that families are also spending more at the grocery store and on buying and maintaining and insuring their vehicles. Paychecks have also grown over the past 2 years, but not as much as the cost of living. Inflation-adjusted earnings are stuck in 2019. So even though prices have increased, real earnings which adjust for inflation are stuck at late 2019 levels. The good news is that wages are finally starting to outpace inflation, and consumer price growth has eased significantly, so much so that many investors are betting the Federal Reserve is done with raising interest rates. Consumer prices increased by a cooler than expected 3.2% in July compared with the year before. Even though that was slightly higher than the annual inflation rate in June, most of the impact was driven by calendar effects. Although month-over-month inflation readings are still likely to be bumpy, Bank of America economists say that they believe the current disinflation will last for a while. Well, my amazing and magnificent friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Saturday. My dearest friends, thank you so very, very much for being part of this community. The two winners of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway is Patrick Tyson and Carolyn Farrington. Congratulations to both of you. My dear friends, to claim your gift cards, please check your notifications page and send me a message, or you could message me on my Facebook page. Thank you, friends, and have a wonderful and very blessed weekend.